Pablo Picasso once said, "The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls." In his 91 years, Picasso didn't just create art, he revolutionized it, using his brush to explore the depths of human experience and emotion. Join us as we journey through the life of this artistic titan and discover how his quest for expression shaped not only the art world, but our understanding of creativity itself. Born in Malaga, Spain in 1881, Pablo Ruiz Picasso showed prodigious talent from an early age. His father, José Ruiz y Blasco, an art teacher and curator, recognized this gift and nurtured it. Young Pablo's first word was reportedly pids, short for lápiz, the Spanish word for pencil, a fitting start for a life devoted to art. By age 7, Picasso was receiving formal training from his father. At 13, his skill had already surpassed his father's, leading José to famously declare that he would give up painting as his son had already overtaken him. Picasso later remarked, "It took me 4 years to paint like Raphael, but a lifetime to paint like a child." This tension between technical mastery and raw, childlike expression would define his career and challenge our very notion of what art could be. In 1895, the Ruiz family moved to Barcelona, where Picasso's artistic journey truly began. The vibrant Catalan culture ignited his imagination. At just 14, he passed the entrance exam for the city's prestigious School of Fine Arts in a single day, a process that typically took students a month. It was in Barcelona that Picasso was exposed to avant-garde ideas that would shape his worldview. He frequented El Escarga, a cafe that was a hub for the city's most forward-thinking artists and intellectuals. These early experiences laid the foundation for Picasso's lifelong commitment to pushing boundaries and challenging conventions. The turn of the century brought profound changes for Picasso. In 1900, he made his first trip to Paris, the art capital of Europe. But it was a tragic event in 1901 that would usher in one of his most iconic periods. The suicide of his close friend Carlos Casagemas plunged Picasso into a deep depression, reflected in what we now call his Blue Period. From 1901 to 1904, Picasso's canvases were dominated by shades of blue and blue-green. His subjects, gaunt figures, beggars, prostitutes, spoke to themes of poverty, loneliness, and despair. Works like La Vie and The Old Guitarist are masterpieces of melancholy, their elongated figures and monochromatic palette evoking a profound sense of human suffering. Yet the Blue Period wasn't just about sadness. It was Picasso learning to channel raw emotion into his art, a skill that would define his entire career. Through this pain, he found a profound means of expression, demonstrating art's power to process and transform our deepest emotions. As Picasso's personal life improved, so did his palette. Around 1904, he entered what we now call the Rose Period. Warmer hues of pink and orange replaced the cool blues. His subjects shifted too. Circus performers, harlequins, and acrobats became recurring motifs. Works like Family of Saltimbanque and The Actor reflect this lighter mood, but they're not simply joyful. There's a bittersweet quality to these paintings, a sense of the transient nature of happiness and the melancholy behind the performer's smile. This period demonstrates art's power to reflect and even shape our emotional landscapes, showing how creativity can be a tool for processing complex feelings. But it was Cubism, developed with Georges Braque between 1907 and 1914, that truly shattered artistic conventions. Inspired by the simplified forms in African masks and Iberian sculpture, Cubism represented a radical break from traditional European painting. By fragmenting reality into geometric shapes and presenting multiple viewpoints simultaneously, Picasso and Braque invited us to see the world in an entirely new way. Works like Les Demoiselles d'Avignon in 1907 shocked the art world. Its angular, mask-like faces and distorted bodies announced a seismic shift in artistic representation. This painting wasn't just changing art, it was challenging our very notion of beauty and perception. Cubism evolved through several phases. In analytical cubism, objects were broken down into their constituent parts and analyzed from multiple angles. Later, synthetic cubism introduced collage elements, further blurring the line between representation and abstraction. This revolutionary style wasn't just an artistic movement. It was a new way of perceiving reality, challenging us to embrace complexity and contradiction in our lives. Cubism reflected the fractured, multifaceted nature of modern existence, mirroring the rapid technological and social changes of the early 20th century. Picasso's personal life was as colorful and complex as his canvases. His relationships with women, often tumultuous, profoundly influenced his work. Each of his romantic partners seems to correspond with a shift in his artistic style, demonstrating the deep connection between his personal experiences and his creative output. His first long-term relationship was with Fernand Olivier, who appears in many of his Rose period works. Later, his relationship with Eva Guel coincided with the development of synthetic cubism. Perhaps most famously, his passionate and stormy relationship with photographer Dora Maar inspired some of his most powerful portraits. In the portrait series of Dora Maar, we see Picasso at his most psychologically penetrating. These paintings, with their fractured planes and intense emotions, are not mere representations, but explorations of the complexities of human personality and relationship. Take The Weeping Woman from 1937. Here, Maar's face is a maelstrom of anguish, her features distorted and fragmented. It's a raw, unflinching look at human suffering, demonstrating Picasso's ability to use art to explore the deepest recesses of human emotion. Perhaps no work better exemplifies Picasso's ability to engage with the world than Guernica. Created in response to the bombing of a Basque town during the Spanish Civil War, this monumental work transcends mere protest to become a universal cry against the horrors of war. Painted in 1937, Guernica is a massive canvas, over 25 feet wide, rendered in a stark palette of black, white, and gray. Its fragmented forms and anguished figures create a scene of chaos and suffering that is both specific to its historical moment and timeless in its impact. With Guernica, Picasso showed us that art could be a powerful force for social consciousness and change. It stands as a testament to the artist's role as not just a creator of beauty, but as a witness to history and a voice for the voiceless. Even in his later years, Picasso continued to create with fervor. His late works, often playful and erotic, reveal an artist still grappling with life's big questions. He experimented with new styles and techniques, never content to rest on his laurels. In works like The Old Guitarist, from his Blue period, we see a hunched, emaciated figure. Contrast this with his late self-portraits, where Picasso depicts himself with an almost childlike vitality. This evolution reflects not just changes in style, but in Picasso's own relationship with aging and mortality. Picasso himself said, "Age only matters when one is aging. Now that I have arrived at a great age, I might as well be 20. This defiant attitude towards aging is reflected in the energy and innovation of his late works, challenging our preconceptions about creativity and age. Picasso's journey teaches us that creativity is not just about making art. It's about making sense of our world and our place in it. His life's work stands as a testament to the power of artistic expression, to heal, to challenge, and to transform both the individual and society. In Picasso's relentless pursuit of artistic innovation, we see a reflection of the human spirit's capacity for growth and reinvention. Throughout his career, Picasso demonstrated that art could be more than a mirror to society. It could be a catalyst for change. His works didn't just depict the world, they challenged viewers to see it differently, to question established norms, and to confront uncomfortable truths. In doing so, Picasso showed us the transformative power of creativity, not just in art, but in life itself. Consider how Picasso's artistic evolution parallels the tumultuous changes of the 20th century, from the optimism of the early 1900s reflected in his Rose period, through the fragmentation of reality in Cubism mirroring the chaos of World War I, to the raw emotion of Guernica, capturing the horrors of the Spanish Civil War. Picasso's art was always in dialogue with the world around him. The complexity of Picasso's personal relationships, while often tumultuous, fueled his creative fire. This reminds us that our experiences, both joyful and painful, can be channeled into powerful forms of expression. Picasso's art became a way to process his emotions, to understand his experiences, and ultimately, to heal. His approach to creativity was holistic. It wasn't confined to a single medium or style. Picasso was a painter, sculptor, printmaker, ceramicist, stage designer, poet, and playwright. This multifaceted approach to creativity encourages us to explore our own creative potential in various forms, reminding us that self-expression isn't limited to traditional artistic mediums. Picasso's famous quote, "Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up," speaks to his belief in the innate creativity of all humans. He challenged the notion that art was only for the elite or the technically skilled. Instead, he advocated for a return to a childlike sense of wonder and uninhibited expression. As we reflect on Picasso's legacy, we're invited to consider the role of creativity in our own lives. How might we use art, in whatever form it takes for us, to express our inner worlds, to make sense of our experiences, and to connect with others? Picasso's life serves as a powerful reminder that the act of creation, be it on canvas, in clay, or through any medium, can be a profound tool for self-discovery and personal growth. In the end, Picasso's story is not just about artistic genius, but about the courage to live authentically, to embrace our complexities, and to use our unique voices to engage with the world around us. His journey encourages us to pick up our own metaphorical brushes and paint our lives with bold strokes, vibrant colors, and fearless expression. As we close this chapter on Picasso's extraordinary life, let us carry forward the lesson that lies at the heart of his legacy, that in nurturing our creative spirit, we nurture our very souls. For in creativity, as Picasso showed us, lies the potential for transformation, healing, and a life lived in full color. Picasso once said, "Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life." In exploring his life and work, we've seen how true this can be. Whether through grand masterpieces or simple sketches, Picasso's art continually stripped away the mundane to reveal the extraordinary beneath. He showed us that creativity isn't just about making things. It's about making meaning, about seeing the world anew each day. In our modern world, where we're often overwhelmed by information and disconnected from our inner selves, Picasso's legacy offers a powerful reminder of the importance of creative expression. It invites us to take time to create, to play, to see the world through new eyes, not just as artists, but as human beings seeking to live fuller, richer lives. As we face our own challenges and changes, both personal and societal, we can look to Picasso's example. He teaches us that creativity can be a response to trauma, a way to process change, a means to challenge injustice, and a path to personal growth. In embracing our own creativity, we open ourselves to new possibilities, new perspectives, and new ways of being in the world. Picasso's life and work continue to inspire and challenge us, reminding us of the transformative power of creativity. His journey from prodigy to revolutionary, from blue period melancholy to cubist innovation, from wartime anguish to late life vitality, mirrors the human experience in all its complexity. As we conclude our exploration of Picasso's extraordinary life, we're left with a profound appreciation for the role of art in the human experience. Picasso showed us that creativity is not a luxury, but a necessity, a vital tool for understanding ourselves, connecting with others, and making sense of our world. In the end, Picasso's greatest legacy may be the invitation he extends to each of us, to see the world anew, to express our truths boldly, and to embrace the transformative power of creativity in our own lives. For in doing so, we not only honor his memory, but also unlock the potential for growth, healing, and profound fulfillment that lies within each of us.